Okay. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jashoda Nandana Jaya Brajjanna Ranjana Jaya Brajjanna Ranjana Jaya Jamuna Tera Panachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय। विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय। विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य नित्य लीला प्रविष्टाष्टोत्तर शता श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राध कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा जी की जय। नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। We'll first recite Mangalacharan, then we'll start the pravachan. Om Gajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakkhurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Vaishnavanangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Nitang Tang Sajivang साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादं गण ललिता श्री विशाखानितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरे वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 10 chapter 64 text 42 43 and 44 the deliverance of King Nṛgaṁ. I'll recite all the texts or only last text. I do not know exactly what is the method here. I'll recite together last. yathāhaṁ praṇame viprān anu-kālaṁ samāhitaḥ tathā tamata yūyaṁ ca jo anyathā mesa daṇḍa-bhāk. Just as I always carefully bow down to brāhmaṇas, so all of you should likewise bow down to them. I will punish anyone who acts otherwise. Text 43. brāhmaṇārtho hi apahṛto hartāraṁ pātayaty adhaḥ ajānantam api enaṁ nṛgaṁ brāhmaṇa-gaur iva. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. When a brahmana's property is stolen, even unknowingly, it certainly causes the person who takes it to fall down, just as the brahmana's gaur did to nṛgaṁ. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord here demonstrates that his instructions are not theoretical but practical, as seen concretely in case of Nṛgaṁ Maharaj. Then text 44. Evaṁ Visravya Bhagavan Mukundo Dwarakaukasaha Pavanaha Sarvalokanam Vivesa Nijamandiram Evang Visravya Bhagavan Mukundo Dwarakaukasaha Pavanaha Sarvalokanam Vivesa Nijamandiram Evang Visravya Bhagavan Mukundo Dwarakaukasaha Pavanaha Sarvalokanam Vivesa Nijamandiram Evang Visravya Bhagavan Mukundo Dwarakaukasaha Pavanaha Sarvalokanam Vivesa Nijamandiram Mataji. Pavanam sarvalokanam Vivesa Translation, word translation and translation by Srila Prabhupada. Evam, thus, Visravya, making here, Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, Mukundaha, Krishna, Dwaraka Ukasaha, the residents of Dwaraka, Pavanaha, the purifier, Sarva, of all, Lokanang, the worlds, Bibesa, he entered, Nija, his, Mandiram, palace. Translation Srila Prabhupada. Having thus instructed the residents of Dwaraka, Lord Mukunda, purifier of all the worlds, entered his palace. Please repeat. Having thus instructed the residents of Dwaraka, Lord Mukunda, purifier of all the worlds, entered his palace. Thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 64th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Deliverance of King Nṛgaṁ. Hare Krishna. Before I am going to speak something on this topic, I am paying my obeisances to all the Vaishnavas here, specifically Srila Prabhupada's disciples, senior devotees, Matajis, those who had contributed a lot to Srila Prabhupada's cause all over the globe. I am a very insignificant soul and disciple of Srila Gaur Gobind Maharaj. I was given opportunity by our temple management since last, I think I do not exactly remember, maybe 12 or 14 years back, to give a class here in English. And again, I am getting that opportunity by the mercy of all the present Vaishnavas and Prabhupada's disciples, senior devotees and management. So I am very, very grateful to all of you. And please bless me to speak something on Krishna's topics. As I am in Vrindavan after 7 years with all of you, with the blessings of Srimati Radharani, Krishna Chandra Bhagavan, Gaur Nitai and Krishna Balaram. Hare Krishna. So this is the topic as narrated by Srila Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, the 10th canto, 64th chapter, text 42 till 44, the end part of the chapter with 3 verses. And here specifically, Sukadeva Goswami had mentioned a very wonderful item, that is how Krishna, being Dwarakadhisha, is doing his pastimes in Dwarakapuri, and this wonderful incident took place during his Leela. Of course, Krishna is the doer of everything. He is master of everything, supreme in every respect. Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes, the Govinda, the Supreme Lord. And he is lustre, physical lustre is Shashwata Maya Jnanamaya Anandamaya. In this context, we want to discuss further. Specifically, this pastime is Krishna's very wonderful pastimes with his most opulent pastime. Because Krishna, in his Dwarakadhish Leela, he had married 16,108 wives. Because of his supremacy, he was present in all the palaces at one time, immediately with all of them. It was detailedly narrated by Srila Prabhupada in his Krishna book, where Narada Muni had the opportunity to visit all the palaces to see what Krishna is doing. And his Krishna's mercy, to his dear devotee, pure devotee, to enjoy the pastimes of Krishna going on in Dwarakapuri. So, in one occasion, as it is narrated by Srila Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, Samba and other young boys of Jadu dynasty, Jadava dynasty, they are playing in the small, you may say park, or you may say one garden. While they are playing, they become very much tired. So, they are searching, they become thirsty, and they were searching for water. And they went to a nearby well, which was very dry. There is no water at all there. And ultimately, they are surprised to see a wonderful creature there. And there is a very big, gigantic lizard. Because they are the expansions of Krishna's internal energy, naturally they are sympathetic to all the beings. When they saw this lizard inside the dry well, its body was very huge, like an heel. And out of compassion, they thought, we'll lift the lizard from that well. And thus they used, as specifically mentioned here, they are just made just ropes and leather thongs to use it to lift the lizard. But they are not successful. Because this part is Krishna's Leela. So, they immediately went to Krishna, who was busy with some household works in the palace. They narrated everything in detail. And they requested Krishna, please come and lift that creature from this well. Krishna knew everything, but because he was doing as a family member, he was doing his Leela as a Grihastha, so he immediately accompanied them. Altogether they came to that well, and Krishna saw the lizard remaining undisturbed. Because for his pleasure, these are all the expansions of internal potency of the Lord. So ultimately, without any hesitation, Krishna just extending his left hand inside that deep well and lifted the lizard very comfortably. Krishna is supreme, and he has all good qualities, means 6 opulences are there, and all the 64 transcendental qualities are with Krishna. Immediately by the touch of Krishna's finger or hand itself, the lizard turned into a very a brightened, very much effulgent personality, like a demigod. Then Krishna looked at him, and to show the world what this creature is, how he has transformed into a very effulgent form, Krishna asked him, who are you? How did you assume such a lower species of life or a lowly form? Being the knower of everything, doer of everything, and is Trikalagya, knowing past, present and future, creator of everything, maintainer of everything, and destroyer of everything, is asking, as if he doesn't know anything, as if he's in big curiosity, just to make others to know and to follow the activities of the Lord. He had shown it to all of us. The divine being at once replied. What he replied? My name was King Nṛgaṁ. I am son of Ikshvaku. All of you know Ikshvaku the king. In Gita, Krishna instructed Arjuna, Imang vivasvati pruktavan aham apyam vivasvana manabe praha manu Ikshvakabe abravit evam parampara praptam imang rajarsya viduho sakalena iha mahata yoga nasta parantapa. Before giving Arjuna the instructions of Gita, Krishna told, praise Lord, just now I am not giving you instruction, Arjuna, in this Kurukshetra battlefield. Many years back, millions of years back, I had given it to Vivasvan, the sun god. Then sun god Vivasvan gives it to Manu, the father of the mankind. Thereafter, Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. This Ikshvaku is the father of this Nṛgaṁ, King Nṛgaṁ. Because previously any instructions was given by Krishna to the people of this world, not to the through ordinary any source. It is all royal order of life, so that it will be maintained properly. And kings or royal personalities, they have to just follow it very strictly and very seriously. Not only that, they will see that the citizens, they have to follow it also. Because king is following, definitely they will follow. So this Bhagavad Dharma, this eternal religion, Atma Dharma or Jaiva Dharma, was established all over the globe through the royal personalities. And people at large also very much, obliged to follow it, because their master is following. So this was the system which is prevailing and which is coming in a very disciplined, successful way and in a very systematized way, so that people at large will accept it. Thus, king was telling, I was famous for giving charity. It is one of the, the pious activity. Indeed, I had given countless cows to numerous Brahmins. He has so much giving in charity in innumerable Brahmanas, countless Brahmanas, unlimited Brahmanas, and these cows are also like that. So, he is narrating in a particular occasion, a cow belonging to a first class Brahmin. Point is here, turning point of the topic. Wandered into my heart, because he had large numbers of cows, crores and crores. Krishna was also donating cows to the Brahmins during his Grihastha Leela, Ajdarkadis. So, without eye or a feet, he's telling King Nṛgaṁ, I gave this cow in charity to a different Brahmin. It is a providential arrangement of the Lord. Otherwise, why this topic is coming to Srimad Bhagavatam? As Mahaprabhu told, Srimad Bhagavatam pramal mamanam prema pamartha mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu matamidam tatradaranaparam. A perfect scripture, Mahapuran, Bhagavat Mahapuran. Chari Veda Dadhi, Bhagavat Nabanita, Mathilena Sukha, Khailena Parikita. When Veda was churned, all the 4 Vedas, then the sum and substance came as Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Sukadeva Goswami narrated, and Parikshita Maharaj just released it for 7 days without any interruption. No day, no night, no rest, nothing. No prasadam, no water, nothing. Incessantly, continuously. It was so enlivened, so mellows, full of mellows, so tasty. Parikshita Maharaj was just releasing it like anything else. And this is the question of his realization. So much will deeply observed in the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam being recited by the fear and dear devotees of the Lord, those who are self-realized souls. Then releasement will be more and more. And you can't divert your attention to any other topics. And this will make you totally realized. That's why emphatically Prabhupada told, hearing is the best process to advance in Krishna consciousness. So, this Brahmin, when he had given that cow in charity to a different Brahman without any awareness, the previous owner of the cow, the first Brahmin, immediately saw, what he saw? The second Brahmin had already received his cow. And he is gladly taking away the hordes of cows that was donated to him. So first Brahmin claimed that cow as his own and began arguing with the second Brahmin. Of course, it's quite obvious. His cow is taken by somebody else, and why not just object it? One point is here, nṛgaṁ Maharaj is donating lakhs of cows to the Brahmins, to each Brahmin. How this Brahmin was so pure, so perfect with his senses, immediately located the cow, and they are similar in their appearance. So wonderful. If somebody will give us 10 cows, and if one is something different on the way to us, and it just exchanged, we can't recognize. Oh, you had given, let us come, and my cows are okay. 1 lakh cows, from them 1 cow is given to second Brahmin. And it was exactly traced out or noticed by the first Brahmin. In this way, they began to argue with each other. Not only arguing, they started to quarrel with each other. You see, 1 single cow that already got 99,999. 1 cow is just somewhere coming to other herds of cows of second Brahmin. So in this way, they could not solve their problems. It continued from some hours. Ultimately, they came to King Nṛgaṁ. And they told him, first Brahmin, that my cow is taken by this second Brahmin. Please give me back my cow. Then Nṛgaṁ told that unknowingly it has happened. No question of any just intention or something with motivation had made it. So ultimately he said, I am offering you another 1 lakh cows. Instead of that 1 cow, please receive it. And make me free from this big headache or any offense at your divine lotus feet. He told, no, I won't accept. Then to the second Brahmin, he is telling, not only give you 1 lakh more cows, I will give you more than that 10,000 more. Please accept it and return this cow to this first one. He told, no, no way. You see how they are very truthful, how they are very much just concerned for their sevas. They are very, very exalted personalities. not ordinary Brahmin like nowadays we had seen. Of course, Krishna had given us indications in Chaturvarnang Maya Srishtam, Guna Karma Vibhagasa, qualities of the Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, how he very just, this good society will be formed with these groups and with this Varna and Ashram divisions. But here, these Brahmins are so exalted, they are not at all allured with the offerings of this King Nṛgaṁ. The Nṛga was in problem. What can I do now? And the problem remained unsolved. Ultimately, death comes. So, in a good time, Nṛga Maharaj just left his body. And the messengers of Jamaraj came and pulled his soul to Jamaraj's palace and narrated everything to him. Then Jamaraj asked King Nṛga that, what do you prefer? He told, I could not understand your words. I am telling you, you want the sufferer to first suffer the results of your sins or enjoy the results of your pious activities. He's just narrating to Krishna, King Nṛga. Then Nṛga is telling, I had decided to suffer my sinful reactions first, and thus I had assumed the body of a lizard. This is my just background. He told Krishna. Krishna is the knower of everything. But Krishna is enjoying everything. Because he told in Gita, Bhoktarang Jagyatapasang Sarvaloko Maheswaram. All identity of Krishna are here. He is the supreme enjoyer. He is the Maheshwar, supreme controller. And he is the enjoyer of all the sacrifices. And the enjoyer of all sorts of tapasyas. Because he is supreme in every respect. So, after telling his story, then Nṛga offered his obeisances to Supreme Lord, then circumambulated Supreme Lord, and with his due order, mounted the celestial airplane and went back to heaven. Because there's so much pious activities are there, and by the mercy of Krishna, not only mercy, divine touch of Krishna, he was so much exalted, he has to first go to heaven. Because pious activities means you have to enjoy more there. And if you have devotional practice, then only you may humbly pray, Krishna, engage me in your seva, transcendental loving service. That is up to with the proper guidance of a bona fide spiritual master who is truly a realized soul. So, thereafter Supreme Lord Krishna, he just instructed his personal associates, as well as the general mass of people, on the dangers of stealing a Brahman's property. Finally, the Lord returned to his palace. How dangerous it is to steal the property of a Brahman. So, we are always given instructions, don't steal the property of what? Brahmins, the royal order of life peoples, and of the, the temple's property. Brahmasya, Rajasya, Devasya. Don't steal those properties. You will be in trouble. But here is given Brahmasya. What is the consequence of taking the Brahmanas properties? If it is such, then we will have to see, then who is a real Brahmin? How can I identify it? How can I know it so that we will be aware of it? Kalu sarvi Sudra Sambhava. Kali Yuga, there is no question of Brahmin, Kshatriya. Little bit Sudra, as Prabhupada told her there, and all the rest are Sudras. means naradhama, lowest of the low of the mankind. So, how can we trace who is the Brahmin? That's why it is told in Niti Shastra. What is that? Janmana jayate sudra sanskarat bhavet dvijaha. Vedo pathat bhavet vipro brahma janati iti brāhmaṇa. Means by birth everyone is a Shudra. But by undergoing the purificatory ceremonies under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, one may become a Brahmin. And when one knows the Supreme Spirit, Supreme Brahman, Supreme Lord Krishna, he actually becomes a truly learned Brahman. This is the definition of a Brahmin. Not only that, same Niti Shastra is telling, because it is Prabhupada's mercy to all of us, because we are united here because of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada only. Previously there were so many Gaudiya Maths, not only 64 founded by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, his disciples and grand disciples, they made so many Maths, but no preaching. Although preaching is the essence. Srila Prabhupada, the real, true, bona fide representative of Krishna, got the mercy of Synonyms Mahaprabhu and spread it all over the globe in his very, very advanced stage. Means age 70, when Indian peoples are taking a rest or retirement of life. So mercifully, he traveled all over the globe with all sorts of difficulties. And he got the real credit by Synonyms Mahaprabhu. Why? पृथ्वी दे आचे जत नगर आदि ग्राम सर्वत्र प्रचार हुए हमारे नाम. What's the desire of Mahaprabhu, who is none different of Krishna, that was just took the real step by Srila Prabhupada, the most honored, na bhuta na bhavishyati. This is Srila Prabhupada. So we are really proud that we are getting the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Of course, those are dear devotees, disciples of Prabhupada. They are the most fortunate personalities getting the blessings and the divine association of physical association of Prabhupada. And by hearing and reading and practicing and releasing, we are just coming, just following them only. It is their causeless mercy. Again, my daṇḍa-bhāk praṇāma to Srila Prabhupada's most fortunate disciples and followers who are enlivened us with this great topic, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam and other transcendental literatures. So, it is told here in Niti Shastra, Chandalapi Dvijasreshto Haribhakti Parayanaha Haribhakti Vihinascha Dvijopi Sopacha Dhamaha. Even if one is born in the family of a Chandal, if one engages in the devotional service of the Lord, he becomes the best of the brāhmaṇas. But even a Brahmin who is devoid of devotional service is on the level of the lowest of dog eaters. That's why we should see who should be a real Brahmin. Actually, Shastra told, Sattvat sanjayate jnana. Sattva or mode of goodness is very significantly used by the Acharyas, and Krishna himself told to Arjuna that Sattvat sanjayate jnana. We have also got knowledge, but that knowledge is not sufficient to know the transcendental science or the divine pastimes of the Lord. It needs further advancement. Or this sattva, mode of goodness, is mixed with mode of passion and mode of ignorance. That is called Mishra sattva. Still, in this predominance of modes of goodness, we are getting some knowledge. Means, who am I? Why I am suffering? As Srila Sanatana Goswami was asking to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is elaborately described by Srimad Mahaprabhu in teachings of Lord Chaitanya by Srila Prabhupada and by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. No necessity to go elaborate over it because time is too short. That's why when we will associate with pure and dear devotees of Supreme Lord like Srila Prabhupada, 6 Goswamis, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Sridhar Swami, Srila Jiva Goswami, and all the bona fide acharyas, we have that opportunity to learn more about the transcendental science of Krishna consciousness. So here we will see there is a topic called Satyakama Jabal topic. Once upon a time it is narrated by Srila Gurudev to us that Satyakama Jabal, he was the son of a prostitute Jabala. Jabala was just serving different persons in a village, and what she was getting, she was maintaining herself. Somehow or other, she got a child. And at that time, near to that village in a forest, Gautama Muni was having a Gurukul. He was teaching all the royal orders of people, mostly Brahminical class of people, the teachings of Vedas and all ancient transcendental literatures. No others are allowed, all are prohibited. So, the boy, when he grew up to age 5 years old, mother told, please go to nearby ashram, Gurukul. Gautama Muni is there, he will teach you a lot and your life will be successful. Being a simple child of the mother, his name was, she had given Satyakama. And she told him, her son, that my name is Javala, your name is Satyakam. So your full name is Satyakam Javal. This much is your identity. He went to Gautama Muni's ashram, paid obeisances in front of all the students. Gautama Muni saw this boy. He asked him, where he came? What's your name? What's the name of your father? What's your gotra? In this way, it is formalities. When we entered also similarly questioned by our spiritual masters, everybody. So he told the best of the truth. He told, my name is Satyakam Javal. My mother's name is Javala. I don't know who is my father. And what's your gotra? I don't know gotra. I will ask my mother. Can you please allow me? Yes, please go. She came to mother Javala and asked, Gautama Muni is asking me what's my gotra. Gotra is coming as per the, succession of the father's dynasty in that way. So he could not answer because mother told, Are Baba, I had made my physical association with so many male persons. Exactly I can't tell you who is your father, what your gotra is. So there is no gotra. Just tell Muni as it is. He went to Gautama Muni and told in front of all the students, my mother made the association of so many male persons. Means my mother is a prostitute. And I don't know. And she told, you have no gotra. So please excuse me. Gautama Muni's heart was melted like anything. He told the truth. You are my best disciple. I will admit you in my institution, in Gurukul. Go, take birth and collect the samīdas. Today I will initiate you and you are one of the students in my class. This is the Brahmin's first qualification. He is always truthful. And previously, the royal order who are ruling whole world like Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Pruthu Maharaj, any Maharaj description in Bhagavatam, they have a council of advisors where all the Brahmins are there to give them proper advice, what to do, not to do. They can't do anything without the order of the Brahmin council. And these are the Brahmins. Those are fighting for one cow. Instead, they are offered 1 lakh or 1,10,000. They are not going to accept it. They are very, very truthful. And a devotee or Vaishnava is similarly truthful also. So, it is told in Srila Prabhupada had given it sometimes. Name bhaktas chaturbadi madhvaktas sopacha priya tasmedeng tatograjyang sachapujya jathāi aham. Krishna had given this instruction. How one is accepted by Krishna. How Krishna is glorifying his dear devotees. Of course, they are also Brahmins. Similarly, Srila Jiva Goswami in Bhakti Sandarbha he had given his statement. Yathā kañcantam jati kañsyang rasa vidhanatha tathā dikhya vidhyanena dvijatung jayate nṛgaṁ. By chemical manipulation, bell metal is turned into gold when touched by mercury. Similarly, when a person is properly initiated, he can acquire the qualities of a Brahmin. Similar statement is of Srila Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas, chapter 2, text 12. There are so many proofs are there where the real Brahmins, mostly first they are truthful. And Padma Puran also states what? Shatkarma Nipuna Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha Avaishnava Gururna Nasyat Vaishnava Swapacho Guru. Means Brahmins, they are council members, advisors, they are also spiritual guides to the kings or royal order of life peoples. So, even if a Brahmin is very learned in the Vedic scriptures and known the 6 occupational duties of a Brahmin, he cannot become a guru or spiritual master unless he is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is written by Srila Vyasadeva and they had given this. However, if one is born in a family of dog eaters, but is a pure devotee of the Lord, he can become a spiritual master. So these are the topics given here, and it is Srila Prabhupada who had emphatically told these topics will come because Narada Muni blessed Vyasadeva to explain about devotional practice, pure devotion, true devotees, pure devotees, and about the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be explained vividly in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will become the Mahapuran, the Arka, the sun, Puran-like sun for the people of this age of Kali. Why? Because they have less intelligence, less memory, lifespan too small. They can't go through the entire Veda and just grasp the essence of Veda and practice it and please Lord and go back to Godhead. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyahi upadruta prayana alpayusha kalavasmin juge jana. So Vyasadeva followed it and just compiled this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the essence of all the Vedas. So Prabhupada told that our duty is what? Jat kirtanam, jat smaranam, jat ikyanam, jat bandhanam, jat sravanam, jat aranam, lokasya sadyo vidunoti kalmasam tasmai shubhadra sravase namo namaha. You know, all these beautiful verses are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why our duty is Subhadra Sravase Namo Namaha. If you want to pay your obeisances to Subhadra Sravase, means Swayam Krishna, simply hearing of him is Subhadra. That's a Subhadra word is used. And no Abhadra. We are all Abhadraj. But Krishna is Subhadra. How? Just comparatively words are there, Prabhupada used. So, jat kirtanam, jat smaranam. Either you glorify Krishna, there are so many glorifications. Whole Bhagavatam is filled up with glorification of Supreme Lord Krishna. So this is the glorification by Srila Sukadeva Goswami. Jat kirtanam, jat smaranam. Either you glorify or simply meditate upon him. Jat smaranam, jat ikkhyanam. Simply if you sit down in front of the deity and go and sing, bas, do nothing. Simply see how nicely dressed is Krishna, how nicely dressed is Radharani. Simply if you see, it is said, jat ikkhyanam. Jat ikkhyanam, then sravanam, kirtanam, you have no capacity to chant, or if you have no such fixed of mind, your mind is so disturbing that you cannot fix your mind in Krishna, then the chance is given, here is duty. Simply sing. And if you are engaged in the service, that is good chance of sing always 24 hours the beautiful form of the Lord. While you are cleansing the floor of the temple or the room, you are seeing, you are dressing, you are seeing, you are bathing, you are seeing, you are offering food, you are seeing. Every chance is there to see Krishna very nicely and very closely and very intimately. So, you have to just follow the Acharya's instructions. Also it is told, please, time is going 5 minutes per question answer. So I have to give another 2-3 minutes. Will it be okay, my dear audience? Because flow is coming by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So please encourage me, help me, and just have your merciful glance over this stupid speaker. Hare Krishna. And it is told, Srunanti, Gayanti, Grunanti, Avikhnasa, Smaranti, Nandanti, Tavihitam Jana, Tayava Pashyanti, Achirena, Tabakam, Bhava, Prabhaho, Paramam, Padambujam. It is Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 36. Thus, it is Srila Prabhupada, he told here that when we are following the instructions of Prahlad Maharaj in 7th Canto, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma, Nivedanam. These are the ninefold devotional practice. And Prahlad Maharaj told, Tanmanya Adhitam Uttamam. One who is engaged in these activities, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, hearing and chanting. Hearing means to hear about Krishna. Prabhupada gave a good example. What is that? We are just admitted in our when we are just small children or just school going children or going to colleges, we are admitted because what? That we have to hear. What is the subject matter of our course? Hearing is there in material education and hearing is there in this spiritual education. So that he gets some knowledge. So, when you hear about Krishna or Lord Vishnu, what is happening? That we are getting some knowledge of the Supreme. So, as soon as you become expert in hearing and chanting, next stage is Smaranam. Smaranam means thinking of anything you speak or hear, later on you just contemplate over it. You meditate Smaranam. So Smaranam is third stage. If you do not know subject matter of meditation, then where is the question of meditation? So, in this way, actual yoga meditation means to see the form of the Lord. 400 Vishnumurti or 200 Krishna form. So, Krishna is within your heart. Sarvasya Hrudesya Tisthati Arjuna. He is just watching what my dear devotee wants. He is just meditating. So Krishna will help you. In this way, what you are doing? Sri Vigraha Aradhana Nityanana Srungara Tanmandira Marjanadam. When you are engaged in the deity worship, what you are doing? Nana Sringara. You are doing varieties of Sringara to the deities. And by just sweeping the temple, courtyards of the temple, a deity room, our heart is cleansed of all darts. Is the opinion of all the acharyas. And what next happens? That in this process, what will happen? Na, we will just be escaped from bhava pravaha uparamam. Means, in the river there are forcible currents. And if some human being or animal is thrown into that, what will happen? He will be washed away. So we are being washed away by the currents one after another of this material nature. And in this way, Krishna told Prakrute Kriyamanani Gune Karmani Sarvasa. It is the material nature just making us to be washed away by the currents. And Srila Prabhupada told, Miche Mayar Base Jache Veche Khache Habbo Dubu Bhai. Where you are floating in the material ocean, this material Bhavasagar, there the waves are there, currents are there. So Prabhupada is telling, what's these currents? First current is hunger. Second current is thirst. And next is janma. Then mrityu. Then old age. Then disease. So, these are all currents. These are different currents of the material nature. We become hungry. We become thirsty. We become overwhelmed with regret, shoko, moho, illusion, then birth, then death. So many currents. I am spirit soul. I am put into the material ocean and the currents are carried away. So here, if you will be engaged. What engagement? Srunanti, gayanti, abhiknasaha. 24 hours. Abhiknasa means 24 hours. Then, upasanam uparamam. The current will stop. No way, no more will be carried away by this material current. Bhava pravaha uparamam. Padambujam. O Krishna, your lotus feet. Your lotus feet. One who knows how to see Krishna's lotus feet and offer a little tulasi and sandalwood pulp by hearing Krishna's glorification, hearing transcendental pastimes of the Lord from the lips of the dear and pure devotees of the Lord. Then he learn how to see Krishna's lotus feet and offer a little tulasi and sandalwood pulp. Then this current will stop, this material current, material life of this current will stop and all age will be attached to the lotus feet, Padambujam of Supreme Lord Krishna. Your life will be successful and by remembering Krishna, you will be go back home, back to Godhead. This is the Nrga King's topic and Srila Prabhupada's desire that we should follow the Acharyas as it is, so that we will become very good dear devotees of the Lord and ultimately our life will be successful by go back home, back to Godhead, which all Srila Prabhupada narrated in most of his lectures. So now I am putting an end to my topic here. So if you want, for 5 minutes we can make some questions and comments about the subject, and all of you will be satisfied with that. If you have any time, please, we can do some discussion over it. All of you are satisfied, please? Any question, any comments? Thank you. We are now giving rest to Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam. Many thanks to all of you, giving me a chance to glorify Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam in front of all the liberated souls here, dear devotees and disciples of Srila Prabhupada and all the visiting guests and the visitors to this temple. I am very glad of all of your presence. To also the online viewers, I am giving my pranams daṇḍa-bhāk to give me a chance to glorify Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam. Please be merciful to me so that I will be just promote to my devotional practice and become humble servant to all of the dear Vaishnavas of the Dham and the disciples of Srila Prabhupada and the viewers of this our Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki, Jai Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki, Jai Sri Sri Krishna Balaram ki, Jai Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Sudarsana Deva ki, Jai Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar Lalita Vishakha Ji ki, Jai Srimad होली प्रेस वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। कृपा सिंधुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।